Hi everyone. For the child labor assignment, this is just going to be a tutorial for this assignment. So basically, at the beginning, it's just telling you to read and research. Just look up what revolution, industry, industrial revolution. We're already studying that, so you shouldn't have to look it up too much. What those things are. I talked about the industrial revolution in length in the last webinar, and it's in the recordings under webinars above Unit 1 in the materials. So if you want to go look that up there, you can do that. So basically, it's talking about, and if you read, you get a little bit of a background on child labor. A major change in social structures that occurred during this period was the increase in child labor outside the home. As soon as they were capable, children had typically been included in daily chores in agriculture areas and family businesses. But during this time period, um, children began to work for wages and for employers who were not family members. Productivity and profit were goals of these employers, and child laborers were a means to efficiently achieve those goals. So they were cheap labor. A lot of times, children would work on the farms before the Industrial Revolution. They would work on their farms and they would work out in the fields on their family farms. When they moved to the city, when their family worked in the factories in the city, children started to go and work in the factories for these employers. They were cheap labor to work in the factories. They were handy. They would work children of all ages, even all the way down to 5 years old. As soon as they could start working, they would work in the factories and make a very small wage for their family so their family could eat. This was before the law that prohibited this. Employers would take full advantage of the child labor. They would, say something got stuck up in the machinery, and only a child could usually fit into that area to go unjam the machinery. So a lot of times they put children into danger, into harm's way in these factories. They would work them 18-hour days. They totally abused these children by working them these long hours and putting them in danger. So the progressive era is about these changes to society and passing laws that would protect workers and protect just citizens from all kinds of things, from bad food and bad drugs and bad working conditions. That's what the progressive era was all about. So when you're talking about child labor, this is a big thing, and people started to campaign against having child labor. You also didn't have workers' compensation prior to the progressive era. This is something that changed later, but before workers' compensation, a child would get hurt in the factories. They might lose an arm or a leg or something like that in the machinery, and the company could just give them $50 and send them home, and they couldn't work anymore. So, but they would just give them $50 and wave them off. That was before legislation, before laws that said you had to pay workers for a dangerous work environment. They got hurt and things like that. So for child labor, you get to see some of these pictures of child labor going on in this assignment. And if you look, there's a photo analysis form that you need to fill out when you pick a picture. You need to answer these questions and write them down here. You type it right into there. Okay? And you go to the history place and it says, go to the following website. The history place, Child Labor in America, 1908 to 1912. Pick a picture and read the caption aloud before clicking on the photograph to enlarge it. Examine the facts of the photo and reveals and record these observations, questions, reactions in the photo analysis form charts. Okay, you go to the history place and you pick a picture. You go down here and pick a picture. So say we pick this one right here. Don't want that. Okay, and look at the picture and let me see if we go back. I didn't even follow the directions very well. And it says to read about it before you open it up. So left, Furman Owens, 12 years old, can't read, doesn't know his ABCs, said, yes, I want to learn, but it can't when I work all the time. He's been in the mills since he was 4 years old in the Olympia Mill, Columbia, South Carolina. The second picture is adolescent girls from Bibb Manufacturing Company in Macon, Georgia. And the right is Dofer Boys, Macon, Georgia. So these are all child labor. Try to find a picture that where they explain a lot of things, like this first one up here. And then left is a general view of spinning room. Try to get one that has kids in it. Well, you can see kids in that one. but try to have one that has a big explanation in it before you pick that one. And then click the picture to enlarge it. Um, Here's one on the left, one of the spinners in Whittle cotton mill. She was 51 inches high, has been in the mill 1 year. Sometimes works at night, runs 4 sides, 48 cents a day. And you open that up to make it bigger, you can see the picture better. So she was working in that. It also has an explanation down here below it too when you enlarge it. Okay, that's the assignment, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.